Alright, today's a pretty sweet day. We finally have the Rad Runner here. Conveniently was dropped off right after I got my first round of my COVID vaccine. So just checking things off the list today. So let's break into it and see what we got. Alright, we'll keep this unboxing portion of this video, you know, on the shorter side. I'll just kind of hit the high levels here. So I'm sure there's hundreds of other videos you've seen. We'll get into some more of the fun stuff and watching me pull bikes out of boxes. Hopefully. Alright, we got bikes, baby. Alright, pulled it right out of the box. 10 out of 10 on packaging here. I mean, everything is thought through. You got cushions on any side you look. You even got this mount for the fork that it's going to keep this from damaging here. Yeah, not bad. One thing that's super worth pointing out is this toolkit that they give you. There's like legitimate tools in here. It's not the nicest, but the fact that they give you these is pretty great. If you've seen any reviews, everyone has nothing but terrible things to say about the seat, and a concern I'm seeing is there's like a plastic, there's not traditional rails to install a new seat, and I have a new seat, but I don't know if I'm going to need to buy an entire new seat post too, or if there's maybe a shield here I need to take off. So I'll report on that in a little bit too. Yeah, so I'm actually really surprised no one's reported on this yet, but this stem and seat are a kind of a one and done. So if you want to change the seat on the Rad Runner, you're going to need an entire new post. Kind of a bummer, actually. I mean, so far, that's the only thing I've really been disappointed about so far, but I guess I can live with the seat. It's just so cheap feeling too. What I'll probably do actually is take the big, nice, cozy seat from the Yamaha and throw that on here. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Let's see. Brought it inside because it's getting a little cold out, so I just figured it'd be easier to work in here. So something just kind of silly, it's really no big deal, but this latch, when you close it, it hits this side. So just another thing, it kind of annoying. You just gotta lift it over. It's no big deal. I don't know, just something to note about this whole seat mechanism here that could probably use some, you know, let's look again, guys. Now here's something I really like. Now they've assembled the stem and everything for you, and they already aligned it. I don't know how many times, anyone who mountain bikes know what I'm talking about, where you're standing with your handlebars and your front tire trying to get them perfectly at that perpendicular angle. And the fact that they did that for you, I like that a lot. That's pretty great. Okay, we brought it into the charging station. We got a little water bottle installed here. All right, we are all juiced up and ready to go for that first ride. Let's get out there. We're here for the hill test. Man, on a GoPro, you could never really tell how steep something is, but I mean, hopefully that angle shows you. It's a pretty big hill, so let's go up it. All right. And oh yeah, we're putting a little bit of work in, but that is a very steep grade, I would say. Steeper than most in the town. And we're cruising now. One more steep section here, and nothing. I'm barely pedaling. Yeah, this thing can handle hills for sure. Whoa, okay, first ride, I just had to pull over and start talking about this thing. The power. All right, so it could just be because I'm used to testing all these cheaper, like Walmart e-bikes and the 2016 Yamaha. It's a little dated, but man, this thing is a beefcake. Like I said, I'm like 240, 250 pounds. And I can crush hills with this thing. I was a little worried about that actually, but just nothing. It's great. I'm so impressed with it. Just pulling over to kind of go over some things. These tires do their job and more. The 3 inches is perfect for this bike. You know, the one complaint I have is when it bogs down at about 20 miles per hour, I would guess. But I think that'll be fixed because I'm getting the display soon. I'm noticing a couple scuffs from the box. That's a little bit of a bummer, but I'll live with it. It's fine. What else we got here? Let's see, the brake lights work? Yeah, they do. Although I am having trouble with the headlamp. Yeah, see, it says it's on. I'm not getting anything. I must have installed it incorrectly. We'll see. Turn that off for now. What else is there to say? The seat is just as bad as everyone says it is. I'm gonna have to just get a whole new rig here. Cause I don't think, like I said, I'm bigger. I probably won't get the passenger kit for it, but definitely new seat. I'd look into that if you're buying a new one. And remember, you need the post here. You're gonna want the upgraded kit. I can't wait for it. I already feel like it's so it's like so hard to explain, but it's like knowing you have like more power in the bike. It's like it just stops. It's like come on, I know you can do it. It's so tough, but I understand. It's still just great, man. So another thing I wanted to talk about, a lot of the other bikes in this price range, build quality is not as nice, but you do get some things like a cassette, so you can have different speeds. And then I will say the chainring on this guy is just honking huge, which I love, by the way. So I think that's actually great because it gives you a lot of power. It takes a little more oomph to get up hills. As long as you have any bit of a charge here on any of these modes, it's gonna plow through a hill for you. So as long as you have any sort of bike stamina, you're gonna be just fine. Pedals, they're cheap, but I have no complaint. The kickstand, I love it. Man, it checks all my boxes. I was looking for something that's like got that moped feel, but that e-bike potential, and this is it. I've got a couple more bikes on the way that we're gonna be trying out. Really excited to look at. I have the LP500 from Ratin. That just shipped recently. I'm looking at that instead of a Lectric Xp, and I'll tell you why. It's because it has a front suspension fork on it, and it's only $100 more. So I think it's gonna be, I don't know, let's hope it lives up to the Lectric name. I swear, Lectric runs YouTube, so hopefully we can give some other brands a chance here. Another thing I wanted to talk about is how the Lectric XP and the Rad Runner are very close in price, kind of close in specs. Which one do you get? Now, I've only rode an Lectric XP once. I've never owned one. And here, if I had to sum it up as quickly as I could, it would be this. the build quality of the Lectric XP is nowhere near the quality of the Rad Runner. It's just not. The engine power, they're very close. I think even though the Lectric XP is only 500 watt, where this bad boy is 750, they're pretty close. And I know that decision gets even harder because the Rad Runner just went up another $100. So, you know, it's a tough decision. I still would go with the Rad Runner though. I think it's just, if you want if you want the resale value, if you want that bold, if you want that robust, not gonna have parts flying off, I think this is gonna be the long-term winner. But for right out of the box fun and low cost entry, and you're not riding a lot maybe, and it's just like a summer sort of, you know, this is my whip for the summer, maybe you go with the Lectric XP. So that's just my initial thoughts. I'm gonna do a couple more videos on this guy because I am obsessed with it, but it is so cold right now. Let's ride back. All right, let's cruise home. Got some big bumps coming. Not too bad with those big wheels. And we shattered the GoPro. Looks like it still works just fine, but the screen is broke. That's a bummer. Oh well, I break a lot of cameras. That's what I get for having these big oversized gloves, carrying a GoPro while trying to ride my bike. Oh, we are cruising. And the fact that it can even go even faster once I get that display, man, whew, I'm excited. And you know, one thing I'll say is I thought I'd be using the throttle more just because it's more moped-like. It's fun to get up to speed pedaling. I think it's actually better using the pedal assist. And I'd say it's perfectly responsive too. So that just about wraps up my first look at the Rad Power Bike. If there's more videos that you would like to see me make, or if you have questions about, you know, can it do this, this, or this, I'll also be making one more video once I have the display, as I mentioned before, because I think we get a whole new bike at that point. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching.